Now we just saw that all acids have almost similar physical and chemical properties. So how has that happened? Then obviously something is common between them. If we write the formulae of these acids, what we find is there is nitric acid HNO3, sulfuric acid H2SO4, and hydrochloric acid is HCl. In all these cases, what is common? Obviously, hydrogen is the common factor. These hydrogen ions are responsible for acidic properties. For this setup, I took a cork, and on that cork, I fixed 2 nails. Then this cork was kept in a beaker, 100 milliliter beaker, and then I filled different liquids. Like I tried with hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, alcohol, and glucose. A wire was attached to it, to the 2 terminals of the battery, and a bulb was also fixed. So what we found that in the case of hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid, when the current was complete, the circuit was complete, at that time the bulb glowed. But in the case of alcohol and glucose, bulb did not glow. Now what happened here? The hydrogen ions were released, and because hydrogen ions are positive and they got collected on the cathode, so the circuit was complete and the bulb glowed. Now these experiments prove that it is the hydrogen ions which are common in all acids, and they were able to complete the conduction of electricity. Now when are these hydrogen ions released? The hydrogen ions are released in an aqueous solution. Hydrogen ions released in aqueous solution. How can we show that? If we take soil solution in a test tube and then pour sulfuric acid, a gas will be produced, and then we can try and test this gas. How will we test? With the help of a blue litmus paper. Try taking 2, one dry and one wet. What happened in the case of dry litmus paper? The dry, there was no change, but the wet one turned red. Actually what has happened is that sulfuric acid and NaCl produced Na2SO4 plus H plus Cl, the hydrogen chloride. Now if it is in dry state, it is not acidic. Then it is just HCl. But in the aqueous solution, the hydrogen ions are released, and that is what makes it acidic. And that is why the wet litmus paper turned red and not the dry one. So we can say that in the aqueous solution, hydrogen ions are released. And what happens in the case? When the hydrogen ions released, combine with water, what do they form? They form H3O, which is the hydronium ion. Now let us take the case of bases. What is common? KOH, NaOH, MgOH twice, and so on. On this side, there are metals, different, potassium, sodium, magnesium, and so on. But the negative ion is common. And what is that negative ion? Hydroxyl ion. And just like hydrogen ion, hydroxyl ions are also released in only aqueous solution. So, sodium hydroxide will give us sodium and hydrogen ions. So, these are the factors that are common in the acids and the bases. The release of the hydrogen ions can also be shown with a simple experiment. If you take salt solution in a test tube, that is NaCl, and pour sulfuric acid, a gas will be produced. If you put a litmus paper on the mouth of the delivery tube, blue litmus paper, what do you find? That there is no effect if the gas is dry. You can ensure that it is dry, because especially in the rainy season, there are a lot of water molecules in the atmosphere also. So if you let the gas pass through a guard tube is the one which has calcium chloride in it. Calcium chloride has the property to absorb water. So it is used like a drying agent. So when the gas passes through it, it's absolutely dry. So there is no action. But the moment you use wet litmus paper, then it turns red. Wet litmus paper, blue to red. So now we know that hydrogen ions are released, and when they are released in water in an aqueous solution, then only they have the acidic properties.